Okay, we'll start. Today is our 5th session. Today I'm going to discuss about Pascal programming. Now, before you start the Pascal programming, you should go through the flowchart and pseudocode because we are not going to discuss any algorithms here. So we are not going to develop algorithms today. So we are going to write Pascal programs at once. So you should be able to understand how to create an algorithm for a given program. So that should be done with the flowchart and pseudocode. Okay, I will share your textbook first, right? Here you have programming part. In Pascal programming, you have something called identifiers. Now, identifier means when you are giving. Now, when you take the memory, in your memory, inside your memory, you can store some data. As example, if I put A equal 5, right? If I put A equal 5, that means it will take a location inside the memory and it is named as A. And that 5, the value 5 will be stored inside that memory location. That is what happening when you are taking the identifier. So identifier can be a variable. Variable means they can be changed or constant. Constant means they are not changing, right? They are not changing. As example, if you take in mathematics, you are using value 5, right? That is say 22 divided by 7, right? So those are called constant, and you have something called variables also. Okay, now if I go to the book again, so here you have something called identifier. So identifier is a term used to represent a variable, constant, or a program. The following are some and given how you can declare an identifier. Now, when you take variable or constant, in Pascal, you have to define them first. Before you start them, you have to define them. A කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? B කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? එහෙම අපි කියන්න ඕනේ. Otherwise, you will be getting error message. In Pascal, how you are giving that var, if it is a variable var කියන වචනේ දෙන්න ඕනේ. Then you can give any variable type. Now you can see here variable identifier. Now according to this example, year is given. So you can take anything here, but you have to follow some rules. We will discuss about rules. Then here you have the data type. What is the data type you are going to store inside that specific variable? When you are giving this variable name, that is according to this example, year. මේ year කියන වෙනුවට මම කෝ ඕන එකක් දෙන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි දෙන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ මෙන්න මේ rules ටික follow කරන වචන විතරයි. එකක් තමයි you cannot use reserved word. Reserved words are given here. ඒව එකක්වත් මෙතනට මෙතනට දෙන්න බෑ කියන එකයි කියන්නේ, right? Should start with an English letter. You can't start any other language. අපි තමු සිංහල, Tamil letters දාන්න බෑ කියන එකයි කියන්නේ. After the first letter, the identifier letters A to Z, simple or capital, numbers from 0 to 9 or underscore. මේ ටික විතරයි variable name එකකට දෙන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. Then not case sensitive. So Pascal is not case sensitive. That means capital A and simple A are equal. ඒකේ case sensitive එකක් නැහැ කියලා කියන්නේ ඒක. Then there should not be any space between. When you are giving two words variable name, you can't have spaces. So බලන්න ඊළඟට special characters such as කියලා දීලා තියෙනවා ගොඩක් character ඒව මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. මතක තියාගන්න ඕන දේ තමයි you can use only the underscore. Other than the underscore, you can't use any other symbol, right? That is the main thing. Then use of meaningful terms for identifier can make program easy. So it is not a compulsory thing, but it is better to use variables name. When you are using the variable name, they should be meaningful. Meaningful වෙනවා නම් හොඳයි. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පේනවා ඇති මෙතන දීලා තියෙනවා identify that are not valid ඒවා. Then maker, because this is starting from dollar mark, you cannot use. Here the problem is you can't have spaces. Here starting with a number. Here hyphen is there. You can use only the underscore. again, rules you have to adhere with those rules. Then there are some reserved words. So this reserved word you cannot use as a variable name. Variable name එක තැනට මේ වචන කිසි එකක් දාන්න බෑ. Right? එතකොට ওই වචන ඔක්කොම මතක තියාගන්න බැරි වෙයි. But try to memorize only few things that we are frequently use කරන කීපයක් තියෙන. ඒව ටික හරි මතක තියාගන්න වෙනවා. Right? You get a question from that one. Then standard data types. So when you are giving the data type, now variable, a variable. So I am giving the integer. Integer means inside this letter A කියන location එකේ මට දාන්න පුළුවන් numbers විතරයි. Plus or minus whole numbers. You can't have decimal places. මං ලියුවොත් A equal 5.2 කියලා, that's wrong. You are getting an error message because you can't have decimal places because I have assigned this or I have defined this as integer. So integer කියන්නේ plus or minus whole numbers. Then plus or minus decimal numbers you can have real. So integer is a one data type. Then other one is real. Then other one is boolean, true or false. True or false. There capital T is taken. Char, character. Only one character, but you have to give within inverted commas. The example like K, hash mark, 7 is given, but within inverted commas. Then string, if you are giving a string, any sequence of characters. If you are going to store, we'll take sentence, big sentence, that is also a string, data type of string. So MCQs questions. Then variable and constant, that's what I told you. Constant are not changing. See, const 5, 22 divided by 7. So those are the variable and constant. Then operators. Now I think you are okay with these operators. I will tell only about div and mode. Div and mode. Now the difference is when you take div, right? 5 divided by 2, you get 2.5. But 5 div 2 means you are going to divide 5 by 2. And you are going to ignore the decimal place, decimal point. decimal point so that is the difference between division and div, right? Then there's another thing called mode. So in mode, what is happening? You are dividing left side value by the right side value and giving the remaining value. So here you get remaining is 1. Among 4 mod 2 got 4 divided by 2, you don't have a remainder, your remainder will be 0. Right? Remainder is 0. Among 10 mod 4, the high hatarel beduham, remainder 2. Then if I take 5 mod 6, 5 you cannot divide by 6. The remainder will be 5 kilamai. From these two, you are getting question mode and div, right? Mode and div. Then we'll go to the again other operators. Comparison operators, I am not going to discuss about them. Now the difference is comparison operators, you don't got any value. Now here you got values. Div, mode, other multiplication, division, everything you are getting values. But comparison operators, your output will be all the time true or false. Now here we'll go through the textbook example. 7 greater than 3. So it is true. So your result will be either true or false for the comparison operators, right? You don't get any values. Logical operators, and or not, right? Those things you have discussed in logic years actually. So same rule is applied. Now here when you take, we'll take a rainfall, we'll take some value is there. And this value, if you get true and true, then only your output will be true. Just like the AND gate. So what a condition they can debate. True is just like 1. False means just like 0, right? So you can either take true and false from these two, that is AND, or and not. All these 3 operators are working as normal logic gates, right? So if you can remember the logic gate, this is nothing. Then you have operator precedence. Now, when you take operators, you have different operators. Sometimes you are getting question like asking, giving some kind of a sum and asking what is the value there. So you have to apply or you have to execute all these calculation according to this operator. As example, high priority is there for the not, then multiplication, division, div, mod, and then plus minus like that. Now you can see here, Excel even we discussed this, right? So here you have same operator procedure. So you have to take from left side. Whatever you meet first will be executed first. If the operators are in the same precedence level. So අපි ලිව්වොත් එම 5 මෙහෙම එකක් ලියන්න. 5 into 2 divide by again 5. Total 5 එක වැඩි වෙලා දෙකෙන් 10යි 10 බෙදුවාම 5න් 2. ඔය වගේ ආන්සර් එකක් එන්නේ. මම දුන්නොත් 8 divide by 2 into 3 කියලා මෙතනදි වෙන්නේ first division will be executed because both are the same operator procedure. You have to check from which is coming from the left side. එහෙනම් මුලින්ම 4 ඊට පස්සේ 2 ඔන්න ඔය වගේ තමයි answers එන්නේ, right? So operator precedence is a bit important when you are executing some values. Okay, now we'll go to the Python programs. Now, when you take Python programs, you have to start with program. The word program should be given, right? So before I start writing the programs, I will just describe how you have to use this stuff, right? You have to start with the program. The word program should be given, and you can give any name here, right? So these names should follow the rules which you use to define the variable. Variable define karana rules වගේ කතා කරා ඒවා මෙතනදී apply වෙනවා, right? Then you can defining a variable. If our program is having variables, you can put you have to put all variables and remember put these semicolons there. ඒතකොට semicolons අනිවාර්යයි. ඒව නැත්තම් වැඩ කරන්නේ ඒවා විභාගෙදිත් ඒ විදිහටම බලන්න. ඒ නිසා ටිකක් ඒක න සැලකිලිමත් වෙන්න. Then you can use the begin word. Begin කියන එක පටන් ගන්න ඕන, right? Then you can use write, write or write ln you can use. Either write or write ln to display something. If you want to display any message to the user display ගන්න ඕන message එකක් අපි use කර write or write ln. The difference is write ln can new line කියන එක තමයි මෙතන කියන්නේ. ඒක curse එක පල්ලෙහාට යනවා කියන එකයි එකෙන් අදහස් ගන්න. When you are taking something to the variable, you can use read or read ln. So read and read ln are also used to take something. The write or write ln you are using to display something to the user. Read or read ln you are taking it from the to the variable. Variables වලට අපි ගන්න බලමු programs කරලා ගන්න හැටි. එතකොට මේකත් new line එකක් කියලා කියනවා. Then you can use when you are assigning something. අපි තමු ඒකට අපි එකතු කරන මේ මොන හරි assign කරනවා කියලා you have to give something like this a colon equal. You can't just put a equal mark එකක් විතරක් දාන්න බෑ Pascal වල. You have to use colon and equal. That means you are assigning it to a variable. අපි බලමු program එකක් කරද්දී how we can use this, right? Then you have something called in the book, it is not there. If you put a read, just put a read ln, something like this. This will hold the screen. Screen එක අපි hold කරගන්න. Now today I am using an online compile නිසා අපිට මේක අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මේක නැතුව අපිට කරගන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට මෙන්න මේ ටික අනිවාර්යෙන්ම දැනගන්න ඕනේ at what time we are going to use them. So other than that, if I share the screen again, So your textbook actually. Here you have something called comments. So if you put comments, they won't run inside the program. Program එකේ මේවා run වෙන්නේ නැහැ. They are not running. They are not going to display in the program. Program එකේ display වෙන්නේ නැහැ. එක්ක අපිට දාන්න පුළුවන් with the curly bracket you can put a comment or you can use stars, 2 stars in between 2 stars. That is also comment. So they are not actually running. Run when that means they won't display actually. All right. Okay, so we'll go to small few programs. So I'm going to share online compiler at the moment because it is easy for me to like use online Pascal compiler. So other than that, you can use Turbo Pascal. Maybe you have done in the school when you are doing the practicals. අපිට ඔය වගේ ඕන එකක් use කරන්න පුළුවන්. Okay, I'm going to take this online Pascal compiler tutorial point. This one. Right. Now here, small program is coming actually. Program hello world with the output. So no need to put those stuff, but program and you have to give the program name. Then begin the right ln to display something. Then end. So if I execute it, you can see your output will be coming here as hello world. Now I'm going to do something else, right? So we are going to write a Pascal program to take 2 numbers and add total or something like that, right? So I will, I'm not going to change this program name. You can give any program name, doesn't matter. So I am going to start from here. මෙතන ඉඳන් මම start කරන්නම්. ඒතර මම දෙනවා right ln එකක් දීලා I'm going to take number from the 2 numbers. I'm going to take 2 numbers from the user. Now when you are going to take 2 numbers from the user, first what you have to do, you have to assign or define the variables. Define the variables first. Right? So I am going to take the cursor here. I'm taking 2 variables, A, B, and another variable for T total. All are I am taking as integer. So my data type will be integer. Right? Now I am going to take first number. I am going to display message to the user, enter first number. So this is the message that I am going to use. Now whatever the user is giving, I am going to take it to a variable called A. So to take it to a variable, I can use read or readln. I am taking readln. ඔය විදිහට මම A කියන variable එකට ගන්නවා. I am using semicolon. Then I am going to take the next number, right ln. So right ln අපි use කරන මම කිව්වේ message එකක් පෙන්නන්න. මගේ message එක user ට පෙන්නන එක තමයි enter second number. Otherwise user doesn't know anything about what you want to insert, enter and all that. ඒතකොට අපි පෙන්නන්න ඕනේ user ට message එක. ඒතකොට මම readln කරනවා B වලට. Right? ඔන්න දැන් A and B දෙක මම ගත්තා. Now I am going to find out the total, right? to get the total. I will change this. අපි hello world කියන එක චුට්ටක් ඕන වෙනස් කරමු. මම දාන්නම් මගේ first program එක නිසා first කියලා දාන්න. output කියන එක අත්‍යවශ්‍ය නැහැ, right? So I'm going to assign මේ දෙක add කරන්න යන්නේ. මම කිව්වා when you assigning you have to take colon and equal. You can't just give a equal mark. In Pascal you have to give colon and equal a plus b. මේ දෙක එකතු කරා. Now I'm going to show the total. මම පෙන්නන්න යනවා. So again I'm using right lane. I'm not going to just show the total. මම පෙන්නනවා total is. The word total is කියන වචනේ එක මම පෙන්නන්න යනවා. ඔන්න ඔතනද බලා ගන්න. මේ comma එකක් දාලා තමයි you have to give the variable name, right? So text you have to separate with the comma with the variable name. If you put the text t කියන එක within inverted comma, your output will be letter T. The make a letter T නෙවෙයි අපිට ඕනේ what is inside the T. T එක ඇතුළේ තියෙන value එක තමයි පෙන්නන්නේ, right? So I'm executing it. Enter first number කියලා මට මෙතනට මේ දකුණු පැත්තේ බලන්න ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. මම දෙනවා කැමති number එකක්. I give 8. Enter second number. I'll give 4. So you can see total is 12, right? So this is a Pascal first basic Pascal program that you can use, right? This is coming under sequence. We discuss sequence, selection and repetition. කියලා අපි තුනක් කතා කරා. This is coming under sequence. So you have to take two values and add them together and showing the total, right? Okay, I think it is clear with you all. If you have any problem, you can put a message to the chat, Zoom chat, then I can answer any query, right? This is a simple program. And here now, I have made a small mistake. But here I didn't get any error message. That's why I told in the online compilers, you don't get any error message. But in Pascal, you are getting error message if you don't put this semicolon. You have to put a semicolon at the last right lane. I haven't put, but it is working. Right? Now I am executing. So I'll give another two values. 5 දෙනවා. I දෙනවා 7. You get the same thing. 12 my ගමන්නේ. So here, that's why I told no online Pascal compilers are not suitable for you all because you are learning. This is for learning purpose. So you better to use Turbo Pascal or Pre-Pascal and all that, right? Okay. So this is a small program. Now I am going to create another program that is with a selection. Then make a small program for the sequence, right? So I think you can handle any type of sequence program. You can try because we have discussed some flowchart pseudocode. We have discussed taking a length and width of a rectangle and finding area and the perimeter. That kind of things we discussed several programs. So you can try them at home. If you have any query, you can just send me a message, WhatsApp message, then I can reply, right? Doesn't matter. Okay, then we'll go to the if condition. If condition means selection, right? When you're taking selection, I'm going to take I will take marks of a student. Marks greater than 50, you are going to show pass, otherwise fail. So I am going to take only one variable. මම මෙතන variables ටික change කරනවා. A කියන variable එක විතරක් I'll keep. Enter marks කියලා මම I'm changing this one. That's easy for me to do like that. Enter marks. I'm taking to A. Now what I have to do? Now I'm going to use if condition. If A greater than 50, the word then should be there. Then කියන එක අනිවාර්යෙන් දාන්න ඕනේ. So I'm going to use right lane pass. Else means otherwise. I'm going to use right lane fail. Right? Okay. Then that's all. මම මෙතන පොඩි බලමු මේ error එක මේකේ අහුවේද කියලා. I'll put 2 semicolons for the both right elements. Whether this is catching that error. Right? I'm going to remove the semicolon here. Now I am executing. Now it is okay. See, enter marks. Now they know 88. You are pass. Again, I am executing. I am giving 12. So I am giving 12. Fail. Now tell me, if I put 50, 50, what will be the output? Output again. I'm then 50 here. What is my output? Yes. On 50 data, I'll put oh sorry. I'll run it again. I'll put 50. Your output will be failed, right? So Vishar, I think, yeah, has sent me the correct answer. Okay, good, right? Now here you are checking whether it is greater than 50. 50 is not greater than 50. So because of that, your output will be fair. Another thing I want to tell you, when you are using the if condition, at the end of the if condition, that means last statement of the if condition, you have to put the semicolon, right? At the last statement of the if condition, you have to put the semicolon, right? Then බලන්න මම මේකම චුට්ටක් වෙනස් කරනවා. මම මෙහෙම program එකක් හදනවා. A greater than 75 නම් I'm going to මම greater than or equal දෙනවා. Then 75 greater than or equal. So if you get 75 one, this will be okay. ඒකයි කියන්නේ ඉස්සෙල්ලා greater than 50 means 50 is not greater than. එතකොට ඉන්නේ නැහැ. Greater than or equal 50 වුණා නම් එයා pass වෙනවා, right? That is the difference. So here I'm taking greater than or equal 75. Good කියලා මම දෙන්න, right? Now I am going to use else if part එක. තව condition එකක් අපි check කරනවා greater than or equal 50. Then අපි දෙමු work hard කියලා. Right? Else. Else I'm going to take bad. Now when you are taking if condition, you have to put this semicolon at the last else state. Else එකක් හරි if එකක් හරි මොකක් හරි තියෙන එක තමයි මම මේ විදිහට දෙන්නේ. ඔන්න ඔය විදිහට මම දෙන්නේ. Now I am running. I'm මෙතන දෙනවා 85. You get good. Again I am executing that. Again I'm giving 60. Get work hard. Again I'm using 20. Get back, right? So these are the three answers you are getting. If else if you can use else if part. And the other thing is when you're using if condition, you have to put the make it, you can't use end if. In pseudo code we use end if, but here you can't use end if. So but how we are going to give end if? End if කෙනෙක් කොහොමද අපි දෙන්නේ? අපි දෙන්නේ අර semicolon එක. When we give the semicolon, it will identify, okay, this is the last place where I have to use this if condition කියලා එයා දාගන්න. මම තව දෙයක් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කරලා පෙන්නන්නම්. මෙතන if එක දෙන ගමන් මම දෙනවා else if නැතුව if එක. බලන්න මොනවා වේද කියලා. ඔන්න මම else එක අයින් කරා. else if නැතුව මම if එක දුන්නා. දීලා මම execute කළා. මම දෙනවා 80. You get error message. Expected but if found. Okay. Right? Now here Pascal it is not allowing. But suppose if you have several if condition, without else, definitely what will happen? It will be checking all the conditions. If A greater than 75, then write ln good. Again, if means, again you are checking. So here you can use only the else if. Else, when you use else if only, it can go to the next condition if the first condition is not true. පළවෙනි condition එක true නෙවෙයි නම් තමයි next එකට යන්නේ. else if පාවිච්චි ගන්න එකයි. දැන් මේ online compiler එක නිසා මට මේක කරන්න දුන්නේ නැත්තේ. But if I use if condition, මෙතන if එක මට මෙහෙම කරගෙන මේ program එක මම මේ විදිහට කරලා run කරා නම් you are getting output as good, work hard කියන දෙකම if I put 80. 80 කියන එක දුන්නා නම් එයා බලනවා 80 is greater than 75 good කියලා පෙන්නනවා. Again if condition again it is executed. 80 greater than or equal 50. ඒකත් හරි work hard. else එක විතරයි වෙන එනවා. And that is the difference, right? That is the difference. So remember, ඒ වගේ තැන් වලත් ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අහන්න පුළුවන් පොඩි questions. ඔයගොල්ලෝ confused වෙන, right? Okay, then I will show you another one, that is case statement, right? So in case statement, you can do the same thing, right? You can do the same thing without using if condition. මම මේ if එක සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම අයින් කරනවා, right? So I am removing if condition and I am going to use here case statement. Case statement in Pascal that can be used just like a if condition. If condition එකක් වගේම පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් එකක් තමයි මේ. එහෙනම් මම දානවා case A of කියලා. Case A of. මෙතන මම දෙනවා මෙහෙම condition එකක් දෙන්නම්කෝ මම. 75 double dot 100. 75 in the 100 වෙනකන් value එකක් ආවොත් what you are going to show. අපි දෙමු right ln එකක් දාලා good. අපේ program එකේ එහෙම තිබුණේ good. Then you have to put a semicolon here. Then I am giving 50 74. දක්වා මොකක් හරි දුන්නා. What you are going to show? Work hard. ඔයගොල්ලෝ අපිට condition ගොඩක් උනත් දෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්තම් කියන එක අපිට දෙන්න පුළුවන් else එක. else කියන්නේ එහෙම නැති ඕනම අවස්ථාවක what you are going to show that, right? Bad. Then you can close the case statement by using end with a semicolon. End with a semicolon, right? So the end එක normal end is there with a dot. මම මේක semicolon එකකුත් දානවා. එතකොට enter marks මම දුන්නොත් 80 වගේ good. එනවනේ. මම දුන්නොත් 55 work hard. ඊට අමතරව ඕනම එකක් දුන්නොත් you get bad, huh? Right? So you can understand same if condition can be implemented with case statement. Case statement, right? The advantage of case statement is you can give a range very easily. මේ වගේ range එකක් හරි ලේසියෙන්ම අපිට දෙන්න පුළුවන්. අපිට ඕනොත් separate value මම නිකන් මෙහෙම නිකන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පෙන්නන්න ඕන නිසා මම ගන්නවා 75, 80, 85. මේ තුනේ එකක් ආවොත් විතරයි good කියලා පෙන්නන්නේ. right? මම මේක execute කරන්නම්. මම දෙනවා 90. 90 આવત I bad දෙන්නේ. Good දෙන්නේ 75, 80, 85. That means either 75 or 80 or 85 නම් තමයි good. 50 to 74 නම් work hard, else bad. එතකොට 90 කියන්නේ bad දාව. දැක්කද? එතන check වෙන්නේ එහෙමයි. මම දුන්නා තාම එතන දීලා එක දෙනයක් බලමු අපි will give 85. අන්න good දාව. දැක්කද? ඒ හරි ලේසියෙන්ම මේ වගේ එකක් කරන්න පුළුවන්. If condition එකක් දුන්නොත් you have to give 3 commands, 3 condition with a connecting with the O. O operator එකක් එක්ක connect කරලා තමයි මේක. Then only your coding part will be huge. ගොඩක් coding එකක් යනවා when you use if condition But here, if you're using case statement, it is very easy, right? So you can try those stuff later. Now I am going to discuss about repetition part. Repetition part. So I'm make about repetition part. I am going to take n variable. I am going to show numbers, right? Numbers from 1 to 10, right? Numbers from 1 to 10. So this is a simple program that we can use. And with the Pascal, we can implement this by using 3 statements. While for repeat until, right? I am taking a variable called n. So n I am assigning at the beginning to 1. Assign karna 1 wallet, right? Now I am using while එකක් මම මුලින්ම දාන්නම්. While n less than or equal 10 කියලා මම දෙනවා do. In Pascal you have to use a do word. මේක දෙන්න ඕනේ. Other thing is in Pascal if you are using several lines, ඒ කියන්නේ අපේ while loop එක ඇතුළේ lines කීපයක් දෙනවා නම් you have to use begin and end within the loop, right? දැන් මම මෙතන දානවා මෙන්න මෙහෙම එකක්. නැත්තම් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් error එකක් එනවා. මේ online compilers වලත් you will be getting errors definitely, right? Now I am going to use right ln. මෙතන right ln එකක් දෙනවා. I want to print it downwards. දැන් right ln දුන්නාම පල්ලයට තමයි ඔක්කොම print වෙන්නේ. If you put right now, එක line එකට එන්නේ. ඕකෙන් ගොඩක් questions එනවා. Right and right ln. Remember that. දැකපු ගමන් එකපාරට ලියන්න යන්න එපා. n එක ඔන්න n එක මම දැම්මා. You are going to print n. Then n I am increasing by 1. n equal n plus 1. ඔය විදිහට දැම්මා. Now I am using end. This is for to end the while loop. Then you have another end for the ending the program. Now you can see the output right hand side from 1 to 10. What I can understand දක්වා ඔය විදිහට අපිට output එක පෙන්නනවා. All right. So I think that you can understand from numbers from 1 to 10. එකේ ඉඳන් 10ට ඕන numbers පෙන්නන program එක තමයි මම ලිව්වේ by using right by using while loop. So while loop එක පාවිච්චි කරලා තමයි මම මේක කරලා පෙන්නන්නේ, right? Okay. Now we'll see the same thing. I'm going to use repeat until. I බලමු repeat until එක කොහොමද කරන්නේ කියලා, right? Okay. Then මම මෙතන පොඩ්ඩක් change කරනවා මේ part එක. Repeat. So I'm not going to use begin එකට අවශ්‍ය වෙන එකක් නෑ. මෙතන මම දෙනවා condition එක until when you are giving repeat until, I told you when you are using repeat until you have to give the condition. When the condition true, it will exit from the loop. අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් while loop එක use කරද්දී if the condition true it is working. Repeat until when the condition true it will exit from the loop. එහෙනම් අපි දෙන්න ඕනේ until කියලා දීලා අපේ n එක greater than 10 වුණාම අයින් වෙන්න. Greater than 10 වුණාම තමයි අයින් වෙන්නේ, right? So I will execute the same program. ඔයාලට පේනවා ඇති ඒකෙත් 1 to 10 කිසිම ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැතුව ආවා, but I have changed the condition. Until condition I have changed, right? Then I am going to use for loop. I'm going to use for loop. Now for loop එක අපි බලමු දෙන විදිය. මේකේ මම මෙතන change කරනවා variable එක එහෙමම integer n equal 1 කියන එක I can change. No need to have that, right? So I'm giving for n equal 1. So starting value you can give 2. 2 means ඉඳන් යන්න කියලා කියන්නේ 2. second value අපිට යන්න ඕනේ 10 දක්වා. for n equal 1 to 10 do කියලා එහෙම දෙන්න ඕනේ අපි. Here also you have to give begin and end. If the several lines are there, but I am using only one line. මෙතන එක line එකයි මම පාවිච්චි කරන නිසා begin end එකක් මේක ඇතුලේ දෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ, right? So I am showing the end. End කියන එක අපි පෙන්නනවා major semicolon එකත් එක්ක. So that program also you are getting from 1 to 10. That program also you are getting 1 to 10. Now I am going to show you another program. I need to print from 10 to 1. 10 to 1. එහෙනම් මම මේකම මෙතන ඉඳන් අනිත් පැත්තට කරගෙන යන්න. 10 to 1. So when you are using for loop, හරි ලේසි. එහෙනම් පටන් ගන්න value එක first you have to give the starting value. මම පටන් ගන්න 10. But it is going downwards. In Pascal for loop වා දෙන්න ඕනේ මෙතන down to කියන වචන. ඒ කියන්නේ go up to 1. If I execute, you can see your output 10 9 ඔය විදිහට ගිහිල්ලා 1 දක්වා output එකේ, right? I think very easily you can write that. Then I will show you. මම පොඩ්ඩක් screen එක චුට්ටක් ලොකු කරන්න, right? Okay, then I am going to show you by using repeat until. අපි repeat until එකක් ගමු මෙතන මෙහෙම. I am taking n. එතන n එක මම assign කරගන්නවා equal to at the beginning I need to take it as 10. Repeat. Right? So write ln n. Now what you have to do? N you have to subtract by 1. Now මම දෙනවා n equal n minus 1. එකක් අඩු වෙවි යනවා. ඒතර until condition එක true වුණාම තමයි නතර වෙන්නේ. Until n less than 1. එකට වඩා අඩු වුණාම නතර වෙයි. Right? Until n less than 1. If I execute it, you can see the output right hand side 10 9 up to 1 එක එනවා. So මේ ටික චුට්ටක් හොඳට ඔළුවට ගන්න. While and repeat until. මේ දෙකෙන් තමයි ගොඩක් ළමයි confuse වෙන්නේ. While loop is working when the condition is true. Repeat until is working when the condition is false. When the condition is true till exit. දැන් මේක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පැහැදිලි. මම මේකම ගල්ලා පෙන්නන්නම් by using while. While එක මම දාලා පෙන්නන්නම් මෙතන. While මම දෙනවා n less than n greater than or equal මම දෙනවා 1. Do. ඔන්න condition true නේ. Condition true. Then මෙතන I am using two lines, so I am using another begin and end for while. So write ln n. ඔන්න n එක පෙන්නනවා. Then n you have to subtract 1. ඔන්න. ඔය විදිහට අපි while loop එක මෙහෙම කරා. So I am executing. I am getting the same answer 10 9 like that up to 1, right? This is another program for the while, right? So I will take another example. Example එකක් හෝ දෙකක් ගන්න. I have to start the array also පොඩ්ඩක් කතා කරන්න ඕනේ. I will take this kind of question. I need to enter any number until I enter 0. කියන්නේ මට පුළුවන් කැමති numbers ගානක් දෙන්න. And when you enter 0, you have to stop the program and show your total. අපි දීපු numbers ටිකේ total එක. ඔන්න ටිකක් confused වෙන program එකක්. හරි. I am taking n and t. මම තව variables කීපයක් ගන්නවා. a කියලාත් ඔන්න මම variable එකක් ගන්නවා. t කියලාත් එකක් ගන්නවා. Right? So n at the beginning මම n එකක් මට නෑ n එකක් මට වැඩක් නෑ. n එකක් වැඩක් නෑ. Right? So I am taking a number from the user. This is the first number I am going to take. Enter number. And I am going to read it to a variable called a. A කියන variable එකට මම කියව ගත්තා. Right? දැන් මම මේ program එක වැඩ කරන්නේ කොහොමද? this whatever my number not equal 1, sorry, not equal 0, it is working. එහෙනම් මම check කරන්න ඕනේ condition true නම් තමයි මේක වැඩ කරන්නේ. So what is the condition true means? While a not equal 0 බලන්න. not equal 0 ද? හරි එහෙනම් අපි කරන්නේ මේ දෙක add කරනවා. t at the beginning 0. මම මෙතන එක t එක මම දෙන්න දුන්නේ නැහැ කලින්. t equal 0, I am assigning it to 0. Alright, not equal 0, begin. I'm going to add that number. T equal t plus a. Our number add karega. Now what? I have to take the next number, but it is not going outside the while loop and taking the next number. So I am using the same enter number එක මෙතනත් දාගන්න වෙනවා. මෙතනින් කියන්නේ second number onwards numbers ගන්න මෙන්න මේක ඇතුලින් දාන්න. right ඔන්න ඔය විදිහට ගන්න. අරගෙන මේ n equal n plus 1 එකක් මට වැඩක් නෑ because we don't know how many times it is repeating. Finally when you go outside the while loop you are going to show the total. මම දෙන්නම් total එක. I tell n total is කියලා t එක දෙන්න. බලමු අපි run කරලා we'll see whether it's working properly. ඔන්න execute කරනවා. enter number. මට කැමති number එකක් දෙන්න පුළුවන්. මම දෙනවා 2 enter කරනවා. enter number. මට කැමති ওই විදිහට දෙන්න. 4 මම දෙනවා 6 දැන් මට ඇති වගේ. මම දෙනවා 0. දැන් මොකද උනේ? 2 plus 4 was 6 you get 12. 0 දුන්නාම එයා අයින් වෙනවා. දැන් මම මුලින්ම 0 දුන්නත් බලන්න. I give 0 first. Total is 0. නැක්කද? You can give minus value in on one 5 මම දෙනවා minus 4 right 1 3 I දෙනවා දැන් I minus 2 දෙනවා ඔහොම දෙන්න පුළුවන් දැන් මම 0 දෙනවා now total is 3 අර minus and positive both are adding together and your output will be give 3 when you enter 0 it is working until you give the 0 මේක 0 දෙනකම්ම වැඩ හරි ඉතින් ඕනනම් මට තව මේක පොඩ්ඩක් ඇඩ්වාන්ස් කරොත් හරිද ඇඩ්වාන්ස් කරොත් මෙහෙම වැඩක් I need to run this program until I enter 0 but I need to take total of positive numbers වල total එක විතරයි මට ඕන එහෙනම් මට මොකද කරන්න වෙන්නේ ඔන්න මෙතනට ගියා while loop එක a less and not equal 0 do begin මම මෙතන දෙනවා if condition එක if a greater than 0 then තමයි වා t equal t plus නැත්තම් වා t එක add කරන්නේ නැත right add කරන්නේ ඊට පස්සේ right element ටික දීලා බලමු අපි we'll see how it is working enter number දැන් මම දෙනවා 5 minus 3 දෙනවා 2 දෙනවා 0 දෙනවා your total become 7 අර minus 3 what has happened it has just ignored ඒක අයින් කරලා දාලා තියෙනවා right ඉතින් මේ වගේ ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකක් එකවරට කරගන්න බෑ you have to first thing is you have to come from the flowchart pseudo code next you have to gradually you have to develop your skills for the programming එකපාරට ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එක ලියන්න බෑ ඉතින් අපිට we have only limited time to discuss this stuff so I'm not going to teach from the beginning programming මුලින් ඉඳන් කරනවා you have to, I have to take some more times to do that so as long as we don't have much time I'm not going to teach from the beginning so මේ වගේ program try කරන්න ගොඩක් ලාට ඔයගොල්ලන් ලොකු program එකක් එන්නේ නැහැ සමහරවිට හිස්තැන් blank එනවා නැත්නම් output සහන right අපි arrays කියන කතාවට යමු when you take array is just like when you take one variable we need to store some 4 data මට data 4ක් store කරගන්න usually I need to have 4 variables a b c d හරි මොන හරි 4 variables මට ඕන හැබැයි if I have an array you can have one variable and you can have index එකම variable එකේ but you have separate location those locations are given with the index. එහෙනම් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපි index එක පටන් ගන්නෙ from the zero. Zeroth position, first, second, third ඔන්න වගේ යන right. ඒතර අපි බලමු by using array කොහොමද අපි පොඩි program එකක් store කරගන්නේ කියලා. මම මේකට loop එකක් use කරනවා. I am going to take අපි ගමුකෝ four numbers right මේ වගේ එකක් ගමුකෝ. I'm going to take four numbers from the user and I'm going to store them inside the array right. අපි බලමු මේක කොහොමද කරන්නේ කියලා. මම ගන්නම් මෙතන I will take variables, several variables. එකක් තමයි I'm taking variable called n කියලා එකක් ගන්නවා. That is to start from 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. I have to go up to 4 වෙනකන් අපිට යන්න ඕන නිසා. And another one I am going to define an array. I am going to take variables. මම variables ම ගන්න නිසා මම ගන්නම් මම array එකක් ගන්නකො මෙහෙම a කියන array එක variable එකක් ගන්නවා a මේක array එකක් කරන්නම් මම array my array is starting from 0 double dots and going up to 3 ඒ කියන්නේ මේකේ values ඔක්කොම කීයද 4 values are there 0 position 1 first position second and third all together 4 values are there 0th එකත් එක්කයි ඒවා count කරන්නේ of integer ඔන්න integer විදිහට මම variable එකක් define කරගත්තා I'll take another variable මම n කියලා එකක් ගන්නවා n එකයි මම t එකකුත් ගන්නම් t as integer right integer n and t for the integer now begin t 0 මම ගන්නම් n also 0 කියලා මම ගන්නම් මෙතන I'm taking while loop එක ගන්නම් මෙතන මේක අයින් කරන්නම් right while n less than or equal 3 right less than or equal 3 that means this is going up to 0th position first position second third no position ටික ඔක්කොම යනවා කියන එකයි මේකෙන් කියන්නේ right while n less than or 3 I am going to take value from the user මෙතන මම තව right ln එකක් මෙතන දානවා right ln enter value now I am going to read it to the variable more array එකට දාගන්න යන්නේ මෙන්න මෙතන මම board එකේ ඇදලා තියෙන array එකට තමයි මේ values ටික දාගන්න යන්නේ එහෙනම් read ln my array is what a a කියන array එකේ හැබැයි මම දාන positions now I have to put my first value to the 0th position second position first position second third ඔය විදිහට දාන්න 0th position එකට first value එක දානවා first position එකට second value second position එකට third value third position එකට fourth value එහෙනම් all the time your value should change starting from 0 1 2 3 එක automatically change වෙයි යන්න ඕන මට එතකොට මෙතන හතරක් I am not going to write 4 lines for that lines හතරක් ලියන්න යන්නේ ඒ වෙනුවට දාන්නේ මම මොකද්ද a මම දානවා මෙතන n කියලා right n එකට දෙනවා එයා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද a n at the beginning 0 ඔන්න දා ගන්නවා value ඔහොම දාගෙන යන්න කියලා තමයි මම මෙතන කියන්නේ right එතකොට මම මෙතන I will remove these things n I am increasing by 1 n equal n plus 1 ඔන්න ඔය විදිහට දෙන්න. එතකොට මේකෙදි වෙන්නේ now finally I am going to total එක මට ඕනේ අපි හිතමු නිකන් උදාහරණයක් විදිහට total එක මට ඕනේ මුලින්ම දීපු value එකයි අන්තිමට දීපු value එකයි. So total is t 0 එකයි මට ඇඩ් කරන්න ඕනේ T3 එකයි. ඔන්න ඔහමයි මම ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එක රන් කරන්න යන්න. ඔන්න බලන්න. don't know their error බලමු. semicolon එකක් මිස් වෙලා කියලා කියනවා බලමු අපි. Here you don't have. Another error, 2 errors. බලමු. Program first output variable array එකක් කරන් තියෙනවා 0 to 3 of integer. N and T again I am taking as integer. Begin T I have assigned to 0. N is 0. N less than or equal 3. To begin write ln enter value. I am taking it to variable called A N. N එක ඇතුළට ගන්නවා. N equal N plus 1. Okay, මම මේ total එක පොඩ්ඩක් මෙතන අයින් කරන්න. Another error is there. We'll see there were 2 errors. Compiling module. Compilation aborted. They are not showing the error actually. Array is defined okay. We'll take T equals 0, we'll make it. Still error. While n less than or equal 3. N plus 1. Okay, well, I think this is a problem with the online compilation. We'll see if it is the error, we'll go to the Turbo Pascal and we'll run the same thing. Program name is given, no problem. Read ln. We'll try to show only one without adding. Zero, 3. So I will run the same Turbo Pascal also. Meanwhile, you also try to find out if there's any problem with the coding. So here I change it to another, I put variable var again. Then it changed to, I think this is related to online compilation. We'll go to the Turbo Pascal, I'll show you. I'll share the screen. Okay, I'm going to share the Pascal thing, Turbo Pascal actually. I think you all can see that. Right? Here, everything you have to write. If you made any single mistake, like if you remove any kind of semicolon, you don't get the correct answer. Correct answer again. It's a සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපි usually in school even we are using this one because when you're writing programs, you have to be very careful with semicolons even, right? හරි අපි බලමු දැන් මේකේ අර same program එක අපි අර එක ලියමු. So I will put a program name. Then program කියලා දාලා මොකක් හරි නමක් දෙන්න. I'll take test, right? So I'm taking variables. So here one variables I took a කියලා මම ගත්තේ. අර ඒක මම දුන්නේ ඔය විදිහට 0 to 3, right? Of integer, right? And I took another variable. මට දැන් වා කියන එක ලියන්න ඕනේ. දැන් අතෙන්දී එකක් ලියන්න ඕන වුණා. But here no need to write again and again. I can take n එකයි මම t කියන variable එකක් ගන්නවා. total එක ඕනනම් පෙන්නන්න. Integer. Right? So I'm going to start with begin. n at the beginning, I will make it 0. All right. While එකක් දෙනවා n less than or equal 3. Do. Begin එකක් දෙනවා. Right ln enter value. Enter number. හරි මොකක් හරි ගමු. Right. So I am going to read it to the A. A වල මම ගන්නේ I'm going to take it to a n. මේකටයි මම read කරන්නේ. Right? ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා when you take a variable, a variable first index, a variable second index. Now second index එකට යන්න I have to increase it by 1. එකකින් ඔන්න වැඩි කරා. ඔය විදිහට තමයි program එක වැඩ කරන්නේ. Right? Now I want to show total එකක් මට පෙන්නන්න ඕනේ. අපි ගමු first එකේයි a 0 එකයි මට add කරන්න ඕනේ a 3 එකයි. Right? මට t කියන variable එකක් අවශ්‍යත් නැහැ. Right? No need to have t because I'm not going to take whole total. ඔක්කොම ගන්න නැහැ. ඒ නිසා මට අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. මම අර දෙක විතරයි add කරලා පෙන්නන්නේ. Then I will use readln here to hold the screen. Right? End. So I am compiling variable identifier. Compile successfully. Run. Then our values 3, 4, 5, 6. My total is 9. How I get my total 9? 3 and 6 is added. 3 and 6 is added. Right? So to make a අපේ run කරන program එකක් with the array. array එකක් එක්ක run කරන program එකක්. Right? එතකොට මම ගත්ත විදිහට program එක ගත්තොත් එහෙම right? I took values here, whatever the values on a 3 acre, 4 acre, 5 acre, 6 acre, it will be coming like this. It is storing here. So A0 means this position plus A3 means last position. And you will be getting value as 9, right? I think I couldn't find it actually. Maybe a compilation error, online error, right? Don't worry about that. So anyway, right? This is how you have to use arrays. So arrays swelling, you will be getting, definitely you will be getting wedge, right? So these are the things that, so other than that, you have some theory part, function and procedure. So when you take function and procedure, functions are returning a value, right? Procedures are not returning a value, right? Function and procedure, we are using explain procedures and function we are using to shorten the coding. Shorten the coding. That means coding part part inside the same program we need to write 3 times. Same coding you have to use 3 times. If I use a function or procedure, it depends on your requirement. Function the procedure decide if you are using a function, function procedure use no need to write this coding. You can call this function or procedure by its name. No need to write the same coding again and again. You have to call the function. Maybe there are parameters in the bulwan, නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒවත් එක්ක මෙයා call කරන එක විතරයි කරන්නේ. ඒකට මේ coding ඔක්කොම අඩුයි. That's why we are using functions and procedures, right? හරි. Okay, then we'll go to the questions. අපි questions වලට යමු. I will share the past question that came from the flow chart pseudo sorry Pascal part එකෙන් ආපු ටික අපි බලමු ඈ. Okay 2019 ඉඳන් තියෙනවා අපි බලමු ඉක්මනට කරගෙන යමු. Meanwhile I will check that online compile එකේ මොකක්ද error එක කියලාත් මම චුට්ටක් හොයලා බලන්න. Okay, Pute, I found the error actually. I will show you that. එකත් මම පොඩ්ඩක් පෙන්නන්නම් because actually I went through the because I am giving this YouTube live also, right? So I went back. ගිහිල්ලා බැලුවා. error එක තමයි instead of here ඒ බලන්න ඔයගලත් ඕන because then when I'm coming here, I'm not practicing any program and coming here, right? So because actually before I am coming for the teaching, I was a programmer actually, right? So I can write any program without any problem, right? No hesitation for that. So but here there was an error. When I am writing lane, I have used T. T can variable like a use color T0 and T3 because I checked with the I went back and checked with the YouTube live. So I have used key variable instead of A. You can start my error. No error in compilation. This online Pascal compiler, no problem for that, right? There's no problem with that. So actually fault with me, right? It was with me. But here, if you don't put semicolon, it is working. That's another story, right? But when I execute this, I make execute I can give any number. Then mama then 5. 5 will be going to here. Then may return 5 key, right? Right? 5. Then mama can keep and then 5, 6, 7, 8 right? 5 will be going to the first place. Then 6 mama then 7. I will execute it first. Right? Okay. 5, 6, 7, and 8. So your output will be 13. 13, right? So array is working like that. Array is working like that. Okay, right? Sorry for the inconvenience earlier. I think you can understand this one, right? You can try this online Pascal compiler, right? But there I have made a mistake, right? Write ln instead of A, I have put T. You can check it again if you want later. Right? Okay, we'll go to the questions. No problem. Okay, we'll check the questions. 2019 MCQ 38. So what is the answer? Variables can contain different values at different times. That is correct. Variables means it is changing the value. Reserved word of a programming language can be used as a variable name. No, that is not possible. So only A is correct. First answer. 7th one, coming from an array also. Containing 5 integer values. Then right? Write the output of the following pseudocode when it is executed on the above array. On the output sticker in. So how you are going to take the output? Now when you run this, value A0. Right? So we have variables. Begin value equal A0. Value A0 වල තියෙන value එක. So A0 is what? 80. ඔන්න 80 කියන එක දාගන්න. Right? K is 1. K එක 1. Right? Now check in while K less than or equal 4. 4 වෙනකම්. එහෙනම් මේක වැඩ කරනවා. If AK means what? AK means A1. A1 කියන value එක. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් මේක විදිහට නම් 100. Less than value. මේකට වඩා දැන් value is what? 80. මේකට වඩා අඩුද කියලා බලන්න. අඩු නම් මොකද වෙන්නේ? Value become AK. දැන් මේ A1 is 100. Right? A1 is 100. Is it less than? ඒක අඩුයිද? නැහැ. Right? ඒක අඩුද value එකට වඩා නැහැ. 80 වලට වඩා 100 අඩුද නැහැ. එහෙනම් මොකුත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. K එකක් වැඩි වෙනවා. K එක 2 වෙනවා. එතකොට මෙතන 70 යනවා. 70 is less than value. 70 එක value එකට වඩා අඩුයි. එහෙනම් value එක become 70. ඔන්න 70 වල මාරු වුණා. Value become 7. යනවා. 65. අඩුයි. Now less than 70. ඒක 65 වෙනවා. 95. වැඩිද? අඩුද? නැහැ. Right? Display value. Now what is the output? Your final output will be 65. So you have now we have discussed how to find the output very easily by writing this kind of a trace table. So the විදිහට ලියාගෙන ගියාම ඔයාලට ලේසිම output එක ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Then identify, write down the correct statement PQR. If the flow chart on the right, which drawn using the above pseudocode. Pseudocode එක අඳපු එකක්. එතකොට try කරන්න PQR ටික හොයාගන්න. You have to find out the PQR. So what is the P? P කියන එක මොකක්ද දෙන්න ඕන? K less than or equal 4 කියන එක හරි. Now this part should come here. එහෙනම් මෙතන එන්න ඕනේ AK less than value. ඔන්න ඔක තමයි P එකට එන්නේ. Then Q and R. Q is what? Value එක assign කරනවා. K equal K plus 1 should come here. R is what? Finally you are going to display value. මෙන්න මේ display value එක තමයි R එකට එන්නේ. So these are the 3 inputs you are getting. Right? So very easily you can find out. Then check the last part. C part එක බලන්න. Redraw කරන්න කියලා කියන්නේ. So A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. ඔය values ටික redraw කරන්න when you are getting these values. A1 45. Now 80 is there. 80 මුකුත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. A1 එක this become 45. A2 88. Then I change to 88. A4 72. So draw the same. And then 80 එකයි 80 45 88 65 72. A0 A1 A2 A3 A4 කියලා ලියලා. You change the values. That's all. Only 3 values are changed. Only 3 values are changed. Okay. Then there part 2 එකට අපි යමු. Try to find out the answer for this one. Triangle with the 3 sides. කියලා විස්තරයක් දීලා තියෙනවා. Go through the what is the P? Now they are giving equal length is called equilateral triangle. Isosceles, right? So here L1 equal L2. Yes. Then what you have to check here? you have to check L2 equal L3. L1, L2, then L2 equal L3. That's the first thing. L2 equal L3, then you are going to display equilateral triangle. If it is no, you are checking L2 equal L3, no, L1 equal L3. Here, if you get yes, again, Q will be what? L1 equal L2. Again, you are checking if it is no, L2 equal L3. If it is yes, what you are going to show? Same thing, no, display equilateral triangle. All are no. R will be what? R will be sorry, here not equal, it should be isosceles. Q should be isosceles. Then different values you are getting. Scaling. R. This is how your answer should come. Two side equal only you are coming to the Q. Otherwise, okay, then we'll go to the 2020 version. What is the answer for the first one? Which of the following statements are correct regarding programming language? Pascal and C are example of high-level programming. That is correct. A program written in machine language can be executed directly on the computer. Yes, computer can understand ones and zero. That is machine language. That is also correct. Execution speed of the program written in assembly language is comparatively higher than into machine language. No, that is wrong. So A and B, first answer. 38. Array value. Right. So first one asking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Attack තියෙනවා. Array length එක 8යි. හරි. ඒක හරි. M5 has the value 50. You are starting with 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 එකේ තියෙන 60. එහෙනම් මේක this is wrong. Value of M1 can 20 plus M3 40. මේ දෙක එකතුව 60. That is correct. So A and C are correct. Second answer. So you can see that have come several questions from the arrays. Okay, 7th question එකක් බලමු. So one similarity and one difference between variable and constant. You can tell variable and constant both are used to store data. store data. Data store කරන් තමයි තියාගන්නේ. What's the difference? The value in the variable can change when you are executing the program, but constant not change. It is not change. Value of the variable can change when you are running the program each time, but constants are not changed. That's the difference. Part 2. Following flowchart is drawn to calculate the average marks and display the grades when marks M1, M2, M3 are 3 subjects are given as input. The grades are decided. This part we have discussed. No? We'll go to the part B. We flowchart pseudocode last session. We discussed this flowchart part. We pseudocode में Pascal part එක විතරයි තියාගත්තේ. එතකොට third part එක බලන්න try කරන්න. Array එකක්. Now you can see most of the questions are from array. Arrays වලින් තමයි ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ. What are the values you are getting? බලමු අපි. So values are given. A0, B0 ඔක්කොම අපි zeros විදිහට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. When you take the array, you have the values. ඔක්කොම assign කරලා තියෙන 0. What would be the value if PQRST after execute the following pseudocode is given? Value 2 කියලා දීලා තියෙනවා. 2. K equals 0. Repeat. AK can means what? A is our array. K means 0. 0 කියන තැනට එකට value එක. value එක දාගන්න කියන්නේ මෙතනට දාගන්නවා කීයද? 2 කියන value. Right? So 2 then 2. Right? 2 කියන value එක දාගන්න. ඒක ඇත වුණාද? 2. Right? Value equal value into 5. එතකොට value is 2 into 5. මෙතන වුණා value become 10. 10 වුණා. K equal K plus 1. K become 2. ඔන්න K 2 වුණා. Sorry, K 1 වුණා. 0 and K at the beginning. K become 1. Until K less than 5. Until K less than 5 means condition is what? මෙතන තමයි ළමයි වරද්දන් තැන. Repeat until is there. Repeat until when the condition is true, it will exit from the loop. So K is 1 less than 5 years, then it will exit from the loop. Output එක මොනවද එහෙනම් එන්නේ? PQRS. A P කියන තැන 0 sorry 2 අනිත් ඔක්කොම මොනවද? all are zeros. ඇයි එකපාරයි මේක execute වෙන්නේ? It will exit from the loop. Make exit වෙන loop එකේ. ඔයාගේ value එක ඔක්කොම zeros විදියට ওই විදියට තමයි values ටික එන්නේ. First one is 2. All others are 0. Right? Okay. Then we'll go to the last question 2021 එක. අපි බලමු කරගෙන යමු ඉක්මනට. Consider the following books array, which is used to store price of 8 books to answer questions 7, 37 and 30. Which of the following correctly define the books array in a Pascal program? What is the answer? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 values are there. So you can start from 0 to 7. So variable var books array starting from 0 to 7 of. Now these are all our numbers. Numbers කියන එකත් එක්ක අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන් 37 එකට answer එක විදියට third answer. Books array 0 to 7. 0 dot 2 dots. නැත්තම් වැරදි. Which of the following represent the most expensive? What is the most expensive? මේක විදියට 200. So 200 එක කොහෙද තියෙන්නේ? 0 1 2. Now this is the 0th position. When the 0 1 2 3 third position again. Now books 3 wala. Books 3 wala. මේක answer. දැන් මේකට සමහර ළමයි මට මතකයි they have mark. ඇයි? Now this is wrong. Why? Our array is books. Here you have the word book. That's wrong. Array එක නම නෙවෙයි. ඔන්න what බලන්න ඕන. පේනවද? Right? You have to be very careful. Okay, we'll go to the question number 7. මේකෙත් අපි කතා කරා pseudo code එක. This part we have discussed. We'll go through that one. Yes, we have discussed this part. What is the exact purpose of the above pseudo code and all that? But we couldn't discuss the other part. Okay, we'll go through this one. 7th part. Come on, that day we discussed actually. So when you are discussing pseudocode and flowchart. So what is happening with this program? It will read numbers from how many numbers you are starting from 0 and it goes up to 19 because less than 20. So you are going to take numbers, 20 numbers. Read 20 numbers and find, display there. Total, X is total. You are getting total, see? Right? So you can write what is the purpose. Read 20 numbers and find their totals. So if you remove this count equal to count plus 1, what will happen? We discuss actually. It will infinite loop. It is not going to stop. Okay, try to find out this one. Answer for this one. This is bit. Okay, here a teacher asks for 50 students to choose their preferred travel destination, either candidate or goal for the annual school trip. The destination will be decided based on the highest student preference. The following flowchart with blank label from A to F represent this scenario. Student count at the beginning 0, candy count also 0, goal count also should be 0. Make a 0 at the beginning. Student count. Now this program should run how many times? There are 50 students. So less than 10. So less than you are starting with 0 and 0 to 50. So here B should be 50. Then get travel preference. Is travel preference candy? Then you are going to add 1 to the candy count. And candy count equal candy count. Here also candy count. C also candy count plus 1. Then D, goal count equal goal count. D is goal count plus equal 1. Add 1 by 1 no add now this part is repetition. We repeat. If it is no, that means after 50 taking 50 counts. Candy count take a very the F is what? Goal count. Very na travel to candy and then travel to goal. Right? Okay. So that's all for the Pascal part. Pascal part. So next day I'm going to discuss information system and email together. Api godak the mewa I think you have done this stuff, right? So still if you have any problem, you tell me, right? So try to work hard. Now these are very small things, but if you haven't learned this properly, this is a bit difficult. Right? Okay, so we'll meet on next day. Next day we are going to get ready for information system and email part. Then it will be easy for you to understand this stuff, right? Okay. Thank you very much and have a nice day.